2014 was a pretty awesome year for video games. Some stuff we expected, some upsets, and other things that just came right out of left field. But I'd like to make my top 5 games of 2014 a little different than the rest. Starting off with the most extravagant award this channel has ever distributed, the Golden Benny. This year's first Golden Benny goes to the winner of a category which might not make much sense to you, but makes perfect sense to me. The best game I played over a decade ago but revisited in 2014 Golden Benny Award goes to Mega Man X4. Believe it or not, the first and last time I touched Mega Man X4 was back in 1998 on the Sega Saturn. Having fond memories of this title, and loving all the Mega Man games as a kid, I figured it'd be a perfect title to revisit and show some of our other friends on our second channel, Yo Video Games. But what I didn't expect to happen was what was to come after. Immediately upon completion of the first stage, you get this understanding that Mega Man X4 feels a lot different than any of the other previous Mega Man titles or even the Mega Man X series. A lot of folks, including myself, feel the Mega Man series very much evolved when it turned into Mega Man X. Especially with giving you options like more mobility, they're just simply more fun to play than some of the classic Mega Man games, and I love those classic Mega Man games. But similar to how the original Mega Man series kinda got better and better with some future games past the first one, specifically Mega Man 2, Mega Man X4 is a fantastic sum of its parts, taking all the things that made the Mega Man series fantastic and the X series fantastic, and kind of making it the best it could possibly be with this title. Not to mention the graphics. Especially for the era of which it came out back in the 32-bit age, they chose to go with a strictly 2D art style and extremely high-resolution pixel graphics, which look fantastic even to this day. I'm still blown away by the overall presentation of Mega Man X4. Between the anime cutscenes that are extremely cheesy to a degree, have really horrible sound balancing, but you never saw anything like this in a Mega Man game before. And it's still pretty arguable that within the presentation of this game, it probably is the best of any Mega Man game to date. Trying to actually fabricate a story of some kind in a Mega Man game, albeit you take what you can, this is the only time I ever really cared what was actually happening to the characters in a title like this, which I can give it points for. But what really excels is the stage design as well as the enemies. Each and every one of these stages and bosses throws something completely different at you depending on which one you choose. Never does it feel rushed, never does it feel like it's making you do the exact same thing over and over again, minus the classic Mega Man fight the bosses before the final guy. It always feels good, and it's always fun. I can't tell you dudes how awesome it feels to dash around and use all the crazy different mobility options that you have as Mega Man. I truly feel that controlling this character in Mega Man X4 is better than any other in the series. And it kind of goes to show you that there is a very thin line between making a good Mega Man game, a okay Mega Man game, and a pretty awkward and weird Mega Man game, because we have the wonderful comparison that I believe Mega Man X4 to be my favorite X game of the entire series and one of my favorite Mega Man games next to Mega Man 2. We also get to see how you take something like Mega Man X5, which feels like a creatively bankrupt Mega Man X4 with some horrible NPC interrupting you throughout the entire game.
Mega Man, what a terrible sight! Jesus, we get it, lady. Everything is really bad. I'm looking at it myself.
And as horrible as that might seem, Mega Man X5 wasn't that bad of a game either. It just took all the things X4 did but didn't do anything new with them, and it's still a lot of fun. I kind of put these into comparison. Mega Man X4 is kind of like the Resident Evil 4 of the Mega Man series. Goes for a departure, isn't exactly the same of the games we knew before, but it's kind of like honed and processed to be this amazing experience. And then you have Resident Evil 5, which is kind of really good. It's nothing especially wrong with it, it's just that it's nowhere near as good as Resident Evil 4, just like how Mega Man X5 feels like a creatively bankrupt Mega Man X4. Either way, I'm so glad I played this in 2014 once again with a huge hiatus in between, and I didn't remember much of the game, especially considering how long it had been since I played it, and was so impressed by the graphics, the presentation, the characters that this game just hits home with me. It might honestly be one of my favorite games ever, including one of my favorite Mega Man games right next to Mega Man 2. If you guys haven't played this, seriously, do yourself a favor. You can find a copy on the Saturn, the PlayStation, they will be pretty expensive because they're fairly rare, or you can look up the game on PlayStation Network, and I believe you can find it for PlayStation 3 right now. But don't go anywhere, folks. Our top 5s of 2014 will continue, and we have 4 more illustrious Golden Bennies to give away. Our next category, the greatest game to a genre I would usually never play. As always, dudes, thank you very much for watching. My name is Maximilian, and I'll see you next time.